Hi guys, it's Miss Erwin again. I'm coming to you on the third week that you should be doing your schoolwork. We had 2 days off last week, Thursday and Friday, and a great Easter weekend. I hope you had a great time. I did. It was a nice, relaxing weekend. And we didn't get to do a lot of the normal things that we do for Easter, but it was still a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a great Easter too. So you should be on day 9 and 10 on Tuesday of your work packets. And the new work packets can be picked up on Tuesday at the school in the morning from 9 to 11 and in the afternoon from 1 to 3. They're not doing any packet pickups during the lunch service. So if you're coming for lunch, you'll have to come at one of the other times to pick up your packets. So you'll be able to turn in your packet that you're finished with and get a new one for the next 2 weeks. And I know that I know you're very happy about that. If you're turning in your work, don't turn in your Tea and Ready workbook that you've got for ELA, and don't turn back in your reading book. You still need those. So just turn in the packet portions of your work and you'll get new packets on Tuesday at the school. So I hope everybody can come by and do that. So I've been making these little videos for you on Monday, and they're for you and for your parents, just to give you some ideas of things that you can do at home, maybe when you're finished with your work packets. Last week we talked a lot about writing. This week I'm going to talk a little bit more about STEM and reading. I was so excited the first week that one of you sent me a picture of your STEM activity that you did at home. It was so cute, a little house made out of jelly beans and toothpicks. So I'm going to show you today how to put together a STEM box. This would be something fun for you to create at home, and your parents can help you with this. And a lot of this stuff kind of just looks like junk, but it's really stuff that you can have a great time with. So I'm just going to show you some stuff that I put together for my STEM box. Some things like paper towel rolls and toilet paper rolls. You know, you can use those for a lot of things. I've got some little foam balls here that I bought a long time ago for a project for Jared or Wesley, and we didn't use them. So I've just had those extra laying around. Water bottles, you know, you can fill these up with rocks and make noisemakers, or you can paint them. You can, you know, cut them in half, you know, make a tower out of it. I've got some cupcake liners, just a box and some rubber bands, little army men that were Jared and Wesley's CD container, 2 different kinds of tape here. You might need tape or glue. I've got some glue in here too to hold some things together. Toothpicks, love building things out of toothpicks. And I've even got some of my plastic eggs that I used last week. These are really good for stacking and making things out of. This is a toy that I bought for my cats, Stella and JD, that they did not like at all. So I thought I'd put that in my STEM box. I have some Legos that Jared let me have, just some various Legos. He let me have a little Lego rock star girl that I can use in a STEM project. I've got an old pill bottle, some lids, and just some different fun things in here. One of those little candles, a fake candle that the battery's dead on, some little scraps of paper, the little wire things that we used to color our Easter eggs this past weekend. I've got those in here. You could, you know, make all kinds of things out of these or use them to hold things together. So STEM is, again, science, technology, engineering, and math. But I am the reading teacher, so you might be thinking, why does she keep talking to us about STEM? Well, I really love science, and I really love teaching science also. But I'm going to try to relate some STEM to some reading. I hope you're doing a lot of reading at home. So think about reading a story and then creating a STEM project from it. And the first thing that came to my mind were fairy tales, because I love fairy tales. Remember, we talked about those at the beginning of the year. Fairy tales have magic and a villain and a good character. So lots of good stories out there that are fairy tales. So let's just think about some fairy tales and what you could make a STEM project for one of them. Think about maybe Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. For some reason, we always talk about that at school. Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, you could build a bed for Goldilocks. You could build a baby bear a new chair. Remember, Goldilocks breaks his chair down. You could build a new chair for baby bear. Another story that I really like is Rapunzel If you've ever seen the Disney movie Tangled, that's based on Rapunzel, and she's kept in a very, very, very high tower, and the only way that the witch can get up there to see her is by climbing up her hair, and Rapunzel can't escape. So maybe you could make a big tower out of paper towel rolls, and you could cut a little window out of the top. You could decorate it. You could take the little Lego girl and put her up there looking out the window. Maybe she can be Rapunzel. Or maybe you can come up with an escape plan for Rapunzel. How could she get out of the tower on her own? Maybe she could build a ladder out of toothpicks and tape, or popsicle sticks and tape. So those are just some fun things that you could do with Rapunzel. Another great story that the boys might like better than Rapunzel would be Robin Hood. Robin Hood, is a thief, but he robs the rich and gives to the poor. And one of the things that they use in medieval times, in Robin Hood times, would be a catapult. And this is a catapult that Jared and Courtney actually built out of a plastic spoon, a pencil, a popsicle stick, and rubber bands. And they just put it together to form a catapult. So you can mash this part down, mash the spoon down. So, and a catapult would be used to shoot something over a wall or to get something to go a long distance. So we just got a little aluminum foil ball that we made and put it in the spoon like that. And if you just hold the popsicle stick down and push the spoon down and then let it go, the aluminum foil ball goes flying. And so that's a fun thing to build. There's lots of different ways you can build a catapult. You can find things on the internet to help you do that. So that's a fun one to do. Another story that would be good is Jack and the Beanstalk. Some of you boys might like that story too, where Jack climbs up the beanstalk and he meets the giant. So you could come up with ways that Jack could get down from the beanstalk quickly. He has to climb back down the beanstalk and it's dangerous. So maybe you could make a parachute. Maybe you could use cupcake liners to make a parachute, and you could attach yarn or some pipe cleaners, and you could put a little Lego figure on it, or you could make a little person, a little army man might work, that you can make a parachute with. You could also use coffee filters for that. I just didn't have any coffee filters. They're like a larger version of this, and they're lighter. So make a parachute for Jack to get down from the beanstalk. So really, this is just anything that you can imagine that you can build with these things in your STEM box, you can do. And maybe you've read, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or some Dr. Seuss books, and you come up with some ideas of STEM activities to do with them. That would be fun too. So I hope that you can make yourself a STEM box. Maybe this is something you could just get started on this week and just go around the house. Make sure you ask your parents if it's okay if you have the stuff that you put in there. You don't want to put anything in there that you're going to get in trouble for picking up and putting in your STEM box. So just make sure that it's okay for you to have it. And I would love to see pictures of what you put in your STEM box. I would love to see pictures of any of your STEM activities. So I hope that you can send me some of those pictures. I'm really still looking for your emails. I love getting those and talking to you through email. And I hope that I see you soon. I really miss you. I love you. And I hope we're back at Harold McCormick soon celebrating the end of the school year. See you next week.